You see this right here? This is my homemade all-purpose powder season packed with real flavor and no fillers. Let me show you how I made this from scratch. Welcome everyone to Lyndon Houston Cooking. If you are new here, my name is Lyndon and welcome to the channel. And thanks for stopping by and thanks for the visit. Sit back, relax, do enjoy this video. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make your own powdered season or all-purpose season. A list of some of the ingredients I'm using is some celery. We have garlic, ginger, onion. I'm using two different onion here, the red and the white onion. Some people call it Spanish onion. We're using some carrots and I'll be using some fresh thyme. And all these will be going inside it. So whatever herbs you want to use, whatever herbs is your favorite, we have some fresh parsley here. We're going to put it inside this and a bit of coriander also. So let's get started. So with this, I'm going to start with the garlic, and normally I'm going to slice them very thin. Reason for slicing them very thin is because I need them to be hydrated to make our all-purpose season or our powder season. So if you can slice them as thin as possible, you're winning in that way. So we're going to go ahead, cut through them. So next up, what I'm going to work on is an onion. And with these also, you need to slice them as thin as possible. About this, because when hydration process take place, you want them to go through quick. And I'll show you how I'm going to do it. And this, I'm going to do them in an oven. You can turn your oven on and turn it down very low. With the oven I'm going to use for this is going to be a convection oven. But any oven will do once you monitor it. So the red onion give it a different flavor and pungency when cooking with it. And not only that, a bit of color you have here to blend in with. Make sure you have a very sharp knife to use with this. So we have the red onion, white onion, and with this I'm going to put some celery in it, and likewise we cut it very small for the hydration process. Very important. So you don't want it any bigger than this. So next up on this, we have a bit of ginger, which, you know, ginger make everything come together. I'm leaving the skin on this, just give him a good wash. And we're going to cut this as small as possible. So basically what I'm doing, I'm slicing it like this. That means when you flatten it out on thin sheet, the heat passes through it evenly. So I'm taking it to an angle. Very important. Next up on the list, I'll be using some carrots, and I'm going to cut them like this, as thin as possible. So you don't need them any bigger or thicker than this. The next thing we're going to add Scotch bonnet, but you don't want to add too much of this. So basically, I probably put about 1 in it. Don't think you will need more than this in it, because otherwise it's going to be too much. And to take your powder season or your all-purpose season to a different level, here I have some pimento berries. Not only that, I'm going to use 1 to 2 nutmeg in this. This will take your all-purpose season to a different level, make it tastier, better, more effective. Just this one spice. So here I have my baking tray, and I put a piece of parchment paper on it, otherwise known as grease-proof paper. And what I'm going to do here, I'm going to spread out my vegetables on these, because we want this to dehydrate. The sun is very hot outside, but we'll see how it goes. But I'm going to start it off in the oven. So that's our ginger there. Some celery. Or for your peppers, you can put them anywhere. And the onions, just gonna spread them out. But we're gonna turn them meanwhile, and the garlic also. And with our nutmeg, just gonna drop it here. I think I'll probably add another one to it. Pimento berries over. Gonna add my parsley stalk over this. Next up, we have some parsley. So we're just gonna break them up, put them over this. We're gonna dry them out, dehydrate them out straight in the oven. Ensure to keep turning, as I said before. With this, the thyme, we're just gonna break it up. I think I need a little bit more thyme in this. Spread them all over. Okay? You can even mix them a little bit. But this is gonna go straight in the oven, dehydrate them out. So one of the things I do, because it's a little bit hot outside, I put some more on here is the parsley with a bit of thyme, and I leave that in the sun. So they were in the oven first, so I just put them outside because the sun is really hot, and you can see they're drying out already. They get really hydrated. So that's how I'm doing them. And I have some which I do a little bit darker, just for a little bit of color, rather than put some paprika in it. And these are the one I'm going to add to it. Will give a little bit of color. You know, when you do it like this, you get that smoked paprika flavor in this. So that's how I'm doing it. So these are outside now. They're not in the oven. And, you know, the sun is pretty hot. It's about 28 degrees. So that will finish off the job in preparing our powder season. So all our vegetables are fully dehydrated now. And you want to make sure you eliminate all moisture. And if you can hear the sound of this, you know that they're fully dehydrated. And now it's time for the blending process. On this side, I have the rest of dry herbs, the parsley and the thyme. Also, I add a little bit of rosemary in just to enhance the flavor. And I'm going to show you the darker ones that give it a little bit of extra color. Now, here we have the darker one, which is a little bit roasted. And these also is great for if you're making jerk season. So we're going to combine all of these and take it through the process. What I'll be doing now, I'm just going to load them straight in. The next thing I'm going to add to this is some of the dry herbs. And I'm going to put some of the darker one also straight in. So now I'm going to add some of the more roasted one in. And that will give you like a lovely color, like you put using paprika in this. And not also that it gives you that smoky flavor. The next thing I'm going to add to this, I'm going to add about 1/4 cup of salt. And salt helps to preserve this and to enhance your flavor also. Next thing, which I didn't add to that, but it's already dried, and it's some bay leaf we're going to add to this. Now, if you want to take it to a different level, you can add some maize to it. So I'll be adding about 2 teaspoons of fine cornmeal to my all-purpose season. I'm going to pop our lid on this now. So what I'm doing now, I'm just going to blend them. And you have to take your time because I'm using a new Ninja. As you can see, it stopped itself and it probably soon start back again. And this won't stop, it will restart itself again until it's blended properly. So you'd have about 2 more blend to do. Look how lovely that is. So now our all-purpose powder season is finished blend. One of the things I want to explain to you guys, before you blend it, ensure you have the blender is pretty dry. So now our all-purpose is ready. You know, or you want to call it powdered season, is the same. Look how lovely that is. Very authentic. The aroma of this, I'm telling you, unbelievable. So now my powder all-purpose season is finished. Now it would be bad if I don't experiment my own product after developing it. So we're going to take a bit, we're going to sprinkle over this. Remember, this have a little bit of salt in it also. But if you think it needs some more, please go ahead and add according to. All right, so both sides are lightly coated. So I have my pan on, bit of olive oil in. I'm going to bring it up to temperature. And I'm going to add my fish straight in. I'll be adding some veg to this. And a bit of garlic. All right, so our fish is ready, which I use my Linden all-purpose powder season in this. And, you know, we're going to plate him up and let you see what it can do. You can do the same, you know, with whatever you want to use it on. And this, we're just going to pour this all over. Here you have a lovely fish dish, you know, with a homemade all-purpose powder season. Look at that. Look how lovely that is. And of course, there's no need to cook something and then you don't try it and taste how lovely it is. Get a bit of garlic. And of course, wow, this is so delicious. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for watching.